personally, I'm not a massive scooter fan, so I'm not expecting much myself. But you might be different to me. You might love this kind of thing. I just wanted to check it out to see if it was any good, comparing it to the electric bikes that I've been on. You know, just the rev and goes, no gears. Just thought I'd try a petrol version of that. So I am today on the Suzuki Burgman, and it's the 400. It has got a bit of grunt to it, so I'm going to take it on a few different roads. Not a massive scooter fan. That being said, I've had a couple of miles on this already, and it is great fun. Just really easy, as you would expect. Sit on it, throttle, and away you go. Not particularly nice to look at. I don't feel cool when I'm on it. I feel like an absolute plum. Kind of any motorbike at the minute. There's not a lot of storage. Whereas, if you look at this, you've got your own little boot to play with. And I have got my bag in there at the minute, but there is enough room for at least one, maybe even two helmets, depending how big they are, which is awesome. Saves you having to wear a backpack anyway, so I like that. Being a 400cc, there is enough power for you to have somebody on the back as well, and you can do some decent speed, as I'll show you when I do the test ride. We've got a hidden away fuel tank. I think that's a nice touch actually, hidden away. And we've got little storage cases, we've got storage cases as well, either side. So that'd be ideal for popping a little bottle of water in. See if we've got same on the other side. Yeah, that one's a little bit smaller, but same again, you're going to get your mobile phone in there quite easily. Phone goes in. Nice idea, nice for storage. Let's have a look from different angles. You can see what this bike is all about. It's got a big old front face on it, and one thing I do like, it's got quite high screen, so you've got quite a lot of wind protection. We have got twin disc brakes at the front, and there's a single disc at the back, and from the few miles I've done on it already, I can confirm it does stop very, very well. Multiple places to put your feet. You can have them there, or you can put them forward if you want to stretch your legs out. Always like that on a scooter. We've got the standard peg for your rear seat passenger if you choose to take one. Let's see how fast it'll go. We'll give it a go on the twisties. I know it's not that kind of bike. It's a kind of city or town commuter, but you know, I've got to be thorough. I'll give it a go in traffic on the country lanes, and I might even take it on a dual carriageway. Let's rev and rip. Ooh. The seating position is whatever you want it to be. So if you can see here, my feet are straight down, but you can put your feet forward a bit as well and stretch your legs. Now with the little legs like me, when I put my feet out, they are literally stretched out, which is it's a bit weird, but it's quite comfortable. It's very, very easy to ride. The controls on it, obviously you've got your throttle as it should be, but on the left we've got a back brake, on the right we've got a front brake, so the brake setup's very similar to a push bike, so it's familiar for any cyclist. You could just get on this and do normal road speed for a change. Oh, just kidding, cyclists, I don't want you all kicking off. I'm the first person to have the pleasure of test riding it. The very first person. Picked it up with 0 miles. I've now got 3 under my belt, so I'm a seasoned scooter rider now. If you have a look at the view I've got here, it's very old school with your speedo, your rev meter. We've got a clock and a fuel gauge and an outside temperature, and then you've got your mileometer, and that is pretty much all we have to speak of. There isn't a great deal going on. And unlike the bikes I've been on recently, yeah, controls on the bars are very basic as well. So we've just got high and low beam here, we've got your flash on the other side, we've got your indicators and the horn, and then the other side you've just got your emergency cut-off, your hazard lights and your start button. So yeah, very basic, but that's what these are. They're supposed to be easy, and I can confirm this bike is as easy as you'd ever want one to be. Give the throttle a twist and you're going. Takes some getting used to if you're on your bike a lot, jumping onto a scooter, but I suppose it's like being in an automatic car, isn't it? Once you get used to where your feet go and your left foot does nothing, it's actually very comfortable. In fact, I'd never go back to driving a manual car because that's how much I like the auto, but I don't think I'll transfer that love over to motorbikes just yet. I still like the option for going up and down the gears myself. Listen to that. When you're used to being on big bikes, as soon as you get onto something like this, you don't feel as cool as you think you are. So unlike the big bikes, certainly like the Harley Davidsons of this world, that you get on and you feel like you are just the daddy, this is a bit different. You get on and feel like, I hope no one sees me, and that's just me being brutally honest. And I am being brutally honest. I don't dislike it. These bikes are very good at what they do. You know, these types of roads where you're in built up areas, these bikes are ideal because you don't need a sports bike to be going down through the town at 20-30 mile an hour. You'll feel cooler, you'll look cooler, but do you need one when you can just have a little rev and rip like this bad boy and get to the same place you were getting to on your gear bike, and you can still have a lot of fun. You can throw it around a bit because we've got this wind protection here. It's actually quite a nice ride, even though there's a little bit of wind today. You're not really feeling it, which is it's impressive. Now this doesn't have heated grips. That's my big gripe with this bike. I think if you are commuting to work on it, if it's just a 10-minute journey, you're fine, but if you're doing a commute on something like this, I still feel that you need the heated grips if you're going to be using it all year round. Certainly in England anyway. I know you do get a lot of these bikes in warmer climates, warmer countries, and I can imagine that would be brilliant. It does shift a bit if you want it to. Now unfortunately I'm not going to be able to test this on the motorway today because I've only got it for an hour or so. So it is just a very, very quick first impressions of it. But I think this would be quite capable on the motorway. General road riding is very comfortable and this will do motorway speeds. You're not going to be flying by any stretch, but it can certainly keep up with traffic on the motorways and the dual carriageways, which is good. The seat height on this is quite low as well. I'll put the exact height on. I think it's about 760 millimeters or something, so a shorty like me can flat foot both feet on this. This bike is capable of going on tours, it is capable of going on the motorway, and therefore you can go some distances on these. I am enjoying getting my rev on. Oh, listen to the roar of power. Sneaky, sneaky. I've always liked the idea of having a scooter in the stable. I think it's just easy, isn't it, to have one of these bikes, be able to just jump out, go to the shop down the road and come back, as opposed to getting all your gear on, getting yourself kitted up, making sure you've got a bag with you or putting your panniers on. Whereas this, you've got loads of storage. You'd easily throw a shopping bag in there. If I could only have one bike, it wouldn't be a scooter, because there's so many other bikes out there that I'd like. However, if you consider, you know, you getting on a bit in age, which we all do, you're starting to get a bit sore changing gear, certainly doing all the clutch, this bike might be a solution for you if you want to carry on riding, but you're getting sore because your fingers are working and your arthritis is kicking in. Then yeah, this bike would be ideal. You'd be able to keep up with the bigger bikes, or certainly round town, and it goes around corners quite well. I'm impressed. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy riding this bike. I thought I was gonna just look like a little fat man on a child's bike, but I genuinely do like, I just like how easy it is to ride. So easy to ride, so comfortable. The seat is padded to the max, so my butt cheeks are feeling lovely and rested. And the seating position, you know, being able to stretch your legs without having to stand up or without having to just stick your leg out at the side of a bike is nice. Two completely different riding positions with your feet, which I do really like. When you go on holiday and you're in one of these beautiful sunny places, a place that I'm actually dreaming of now, looking up at this miserable weather, feeling cold, but when you're in those places you see so many scooter riders, and it's not the same over here in the UK. You just don't see as many. You see a couple, but you don't see as many, because there seem to be millions of them over there. And do you know what, having this little ride today, I can see why, because they are lots of fun. You can just zip about. Let's have a little sneaky sneaky. Sneaky sneaky. I do like a sneaky sneaky. Motorbikes are brill for sneaking, aren't they? No point waiting in traffic if you don't have to. Let's see what this is like on the green light scramble. Yeah. See, that's just left all of those cars for dead, and I'm on a scooter. How embarrassing for those cars. This is another selling point for these bikes, because they're not particularly big, but you've got enough power to, likes of these two here. I'll go down the middle of these, get myself there, and I know I'm gonna beat these away from the traffic lights. That's the joys of having the bigger engine. Certainly a 50cc might not be able to pull away quite as quickly as that, but this does the trick and leaves them for dead, so you can still have fun on it. To you it might not be cool, for someone else it might be. Everyone's got their own idea of what's cool. Cool for me is a big engine motorbike that sounds amazing and rides like the wind. This is fun. I do think if I could have a little collection of bikes, if one day Mrs. G actually says to me, why don't you buy some more bikes? You don't have enough bikes. When that day comes, obviously I'll faint, but when I wake up I'll go and buy some bloody more bikes, and I will definitely have some sort of scooter in there just to have for these little days where you just nip to the shops or something, or you just can't be bothered getting all suited and booted. Right, let's see what we can do on this, on a little bit of a dual carriageway. So dual carriageway time, let's see. Yeah, it's a very capable bike this. See, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna blow your mind with how quick it is. I would say nippy more than fast. I would not discount this bike. I think it would be in my stable when the missus, well, I think she'd have to have a personality transplant for her to tell me to go and buy some more bikes. A nice little lottery win, and then I'll just have to buy them. She'd be happy. I'll give her some money, go shopping. I'm joking, Mrs. G. I'm not giving you money, go shopping. Get your own money. Scooter, hey, a fellow scooter rider over there. Let's look at that, us scooter boys. Just chilling with each other. Oh, sneaky. One thing I really do like with these bikes as well, comparing it to your bigger bike, if you're lucky on a bigger bike, you might be getting about, I don't know, 40-50 miles to the gallon if you're lucky. These things are doing best part 70, it might even be more. I'll confirm and put on the screen. But if you are riding around town, or you know, you want that little commuter bike, and you can save yourself a fortune. Just fuel prices have gone crazy, as you well know. They've gone stupid, and yet you can be riding around on this and getting probably double the miles out on this than you would do on another bike. So it's another plus for me. I think with these types of bikes, with certainly the bigger engine scooters, I think it's all plus points apart from how cool you look. I think that's the only thing that's going to let you down. I feel like it could just have a basket on the front, which some people would like. I'm not dissing that. I'm sure there's a granny or two out there that'll give me some grief for that. But anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to go and take this back to its home and let somebody else have a go. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.